Welcome back, viewers. You are still tuned into Prime Live, and now we love to talk to young, dynamic individuals who are changing the world and making South Africa proud. And we are so privileged to welcome Emjay Viviers in studio with us this evening, who is a hockey champion, and she's making South Africa so proud. She's a talented hockey player whose passion, hard work, and dedication to the sport has earned her the incredible opportunity to represent South Africa and her school, Randburg High School in the Netherlands. Now, MJ is here to talk to us about her passion for hockey and, more importantly, how we as fellow South Africans can support her in getting to the Netherlands. MJ, thank you so much for joining us on Prime Live.
Thank you so much for having me.
I mean, we are so proud to see young South Africans like you taking us to the international stage, and we're incredibly proud of you. Now, hockey, right? I was a swimmer when I was your age. But why hockey? Why did you choose hockey, and when did your passion for hockey start?
So I started off with netball. Then I realized I was a bit too short. Then one of my best friends suggested I come and try out hockey, and then I ended up loving hockey.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. I think it's fair to say you chose the right sport because you are going to go to the Netherlands and represent us, which means you're incredibly talented. But I know that with the talent that you have, it comes with a lot of hard work to get to where you are. And you're training up to 6 times a week. I cannot imagine being in high school and also still training so many times a week. Tell us, how do you manage it all?
So it can be stressful from time to time, but we have developed a system. I have a planner, which is most of the time my phone, where I have alarms for tests, training days, homework, and I try and get my work done as early as possible after school, so I don't have to stretch so much at training.
Now, we're here to talk about this amazing opportunity you have, right? You've been selected to represent South Africa as well as your school in the Netherlands. What an exciting opportunity. Can you tell us more about what you'll be doing in the Netherlands, and more importantly, what was your reaction when you found out?
I was so excited and hyped up. This was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. What we will be doing is I'm looking really forward to training or playing against the international teams, learning new skills, and just overall seeing how they play there.
Absolutely. I think an international sporting experience is going to be so good for you in terms of building up your skills and also learning more from international teams, and also for your experience. And I have no doubt that we'll be seeing you playing for South Africa in the Olympic Games one day. Now, more importantly, to be able to get to the Netherlands, we need South Africa to stand behind you, and we need South Africa's support to be able to get you there. So tell us and the viewers at home on how we can support and how we can help you get to the Netherlands.
Well, if you're willing to support me, you can support me by my Back to Buddy page, and we are still looking for a sponsorship with family values.
Absolutely. I think it's so important that we have the opportunity to chat to you this evening because, of course, we need South Africa's support to help get you there. And we want to see you playing in the Netherlands. But more importantly, what I also want to ask you, you are incredibly intelligent as well, and you're doing very well at school at the same time that you're doing so well at hockey as well. Can you talk to us about how you manage to balance it all?
Well, like I said, we have a planned schedule, and it's so hard to keep up with schoolwork, but I have hockey supporters. Like at Randburg, I have my coach Carol, and at Shumbas, my hockey club, I have Keegan. They're very nice, and I just trying to keep up at school.
Yeah, absolutely, I can imagine. But I can also imagine that having those supportive people who are with you and behind you and on the journey as well also helps a lot. But of course, we want to know, what position do you play in hockey? And if there's anyone out there who is watching and is maybe younger than you, or maybe a little bit older than you, is listening in on our conversation now, and maybe they're wondering, how do I get there? What advice would you have for them?
So my advice, don't give up, because if you give up, you might as well just quit. Yeah.
That's very powerful.
I play back position, but I can really play any position.
Wow.
But my favorite is back.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And I think what you shared there is some really incredibly powerful advice. And I think when you have that belief in yourself and when you have that support structure that you have around you, there's absolutely nothing that you can't achieve. But what I also want to talk to you about this evening is it's really amazing to see you pursuing your dreams. And at such a young age, pursuing such big dreams. I can't imagine being your age and having this massive opportunity to go to an international platform. So I know your mom is so proud of you and your family is so proud of you, and we are all so proud of you. I mean, this is such an incredible opportunity. But what keeps you motivated, and what keeps you strong, and what keeps your mind strong? How do you make sure you always stay on top of your game and stay enthusiastic throughout your training, and of course now getting ready to go to the Netherlands?
So it's usually just being on the field with my team. We are so fun when we're together and so supportive. That gets me really enthusiastic. And also music. I usually listen during training, and before a game I always have a hype playlist. Just get me on the go.
Now, you are an athlete, so we can't let you leave without you telling us a bit more about some of your top tips, secrets in terms of how you get yourself ready for a game, exercise, maybe even what you eat to get ready for game. So if you're able to share your top tip secrets with us in getting ready for game and staying on the top of your game, are you able to share them with us?
Yes, of course. So I usually eat a light meal because you have to run in hockey. You need to be able to run. So you don't want to build that up in your stomach. Then I really stretch, because even like a link position, they need to be able to run so fast, up and down, up and down. So I suggest stretching as many times as you can. Before the game, don't get nervous. Just stay calm. It's just a fun little game with your friends.
I think that's very good advice, because I think a lot of the times when you put yourself in these kind of situations, especially since you have a team behind you, it can get very pressurized and very stressful. But I like that you shared that it's so important to make sure you're having fun while you're doing that. But when it comes to your dreams and your ambitions, beyond Netherlands coming up later this year, what are your hopes and aspirations in hockey?
So probably not going to achieve it this year, but we have a Johannesburg Gauteng Prover coming up, hoping to get in that team, and then hopefully one day SAs.
Oh, absolutely. And I can definitely see you getting there with your drive and your passion. We can definitely see you getting there. But MJ, before we let you go, please do share once again with our viewers at home on where they can find your Backer Buddy link and how we can support getting you through to the Netherlands. And if you can also tell us a little bit more about when you'll also be leaving for the Netherlands.
Netherlands, we are not set on a date yet, but we know it's in October. So, a bit far.
Yeah.
My Backer Buddy link, I will give details to.
Absolutely. And we can probably find it on your mum's Facebook page as well.
Or her TikTok page.
But MJ, thank you so much for joining us on Prime Live tonight. Thank you for sharing your journey and your passion for hockey, as well as making us as South Africans so proud by this wonderful opportunity you have been given to represent us in the Netherlands.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
It's been such a pleasure. Viewers at home, that was MJ. She is a hockey superstar, making us so proud to be South African. And she will be representing South Africa in the Netherlands. And remember, she does need our support to be able to get there. So you can head over to her mom's Facebook page and TikTok. You can find her at Marie Smuts. That's Mari, and her surname Smuts, Smuts. SMUTS. Please do head over to her Facebook and her TikTok page. You will find the Backer Buddy link there. Even if you contribute just a little bit, let us support MJ as much as we possibly can to help get her to the Netherlands in October. But on that note, it is time for us to head over to an ad break, and we'll come right back.